So when we rest naturally as the essence of our being, more and more we realize its wholly positive nature. And we realize that that which is wholly positive is beyond causality. All this is within the realm of cause and effect. All that's known as cause and effect, because that's all that's learned. This circle out here, that's just all the ideas that have been adopted that we've heard from other people. That's all. That's all. We learn that this is who we are. We adopt those ideas, and then that we think that's what we are. And we spend our whole life usually fearing that we are this. We fear our thoughts. We fear our emotional states. We fear our actions. We spend our entire lives thinking that we have to make our emotional states and our thoughts and our actions into better emotional states, better thoughts and better actions, that we have to make the sensations of our bodies into better sensations. And when we do that from the very beginning of our life, we not only fear ourselves, but we fear everyone else. When we fear our own thoughts, our own emotions, our own sensations, and our own actions, we immediately fear those of everyone else. So we spend our entire lives split off from everyone and everything, fearing ourselves, and taking everyone else to be the same bundle of fear. That, just as we fear all of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations, that everyone else's thoughts, emotions, and sensations are to be feared too. So, what can we do? Well, first of all, we have to come to terms with what we really are. That has to be the first step. To stop looking, to stop searching, to stop questing, to say, this is who I am. I am awareness, vast as infinite space. Everything about me, no matter what I've learned that it all is awakened awareness. It all is awakened awareness, and it's entirely equal and even. It's a single expanse. You see, this is the true meaning of non-duality. In non-duality, there's nothing that is unequal. So all of this dynamic energy of awareness that has been taken to be all of these things, these thoughts, these feelings, these sensations that we have to do something with, we have to come to terms with the reality that those only are awakened awareness. They only are awakened awareness beyond description. And when we rest naturally as that essence of every perception, then more and more we know ourselves as this. We know ourselves as awakened awareness. Not to trivialize it in any way, but at the same time, it's totally natural. This is the natural reality of who we are as human beings. It's totally and completely unnatural to take ourselves to be a selfish clod of ailments, of thoughts that need to be fixed, of emotions that need to be fixed, of sensations that have to be changed into some other sensation. When we come into this complete understanding of ourselves as we are, with everything about us already being totally free, then we realize the same to be the case for everyone else. You see, we can only realize that non-dual expanse by realizing this for ourselves first. It all comes down to us keeping the focus entirely on ourselves. When we realize this about ourselves, we have a tremendous warmth of compassion that arises in us. First, it's a physical warmth that actually arises, a warmth of compassion for what we've put ourselves through, That, we've taken ourselves to be all of these things, that we've adopted all of these ideas from other people, spiritual and non-spiritual alike, about what we are. And we've taken ourselves to be that. When we realize that that isn't so, we just feel such relief. And it's not a self-centered relief. It's a relief of incredible compassion for ourselves. And with that compassion for ourselves, instantaneously, there's compassion for everyone else. Because we see that this is so, we see that this fearful reality that we've taken ourselves to be, that everyone else virtually has taken themselves to be the same thing. And when we feel that heart-melting reality of our own awareness and that own compassion for ourselves, immediately we feel it for everyone else, because this compassion is inherent in awareness. This compassion is inherent in awareness. It can't be developed or cultivated as a point of view. It's impossible. We can't wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to be compassionate today. We've all tried to do that, and it doesn't work. It's just another point of view unless it's realized as the heart essence of awareness. We can only realize that by keeping the focus on ourselves, on our own awareness, realizing the vastness of our own awareness, just allowing our awareness to mingle, to blend with the vast expanse of infinite space, to realize ourselves as that heart essence of every point of view, to realize that we've never been constrained, we've never been constricted, we've never been restricted, we've never taken ourselves to be any point of view. We never have. We never have. It takes great effort to try to hold something in place that isn't real. When we spend our whole life doing that, we become exhausted. We become exhausted. Even if we put ourselves in the most rarefied atmosphere, we become exhausted. We even become exhausted in the rarefied atmosphere. We already are the rarefied atmosphere of awareness. We don't need to contrive anything to be who we are. We don't need to effort or achieve anything. Who we are is entirely beyond causality, entirely beyond effort and achievement, beyond anything that needs to be done. All we need to do is relax and realize who we already are. Just relax and realize who we already are. Allow that perfect love that is always at the essence of every perception to be the case. Not love in some kind of contrived way, but just the love that always is. The love that always is. We could call it love awareness, maybe. Love awareness. This awareness that is the very reality of our being, that's never needed to be cooked up. We've never needed to do anything to be who we are. Throughout our entire life and before and after, timelessly, we've always been who we are. If, these fearful things like birth and death and the life in between are completely unfettered by awareness, what is there? What is there to hang on to? There's nothing to hang on to. The more we relax as awareness, the more we realize that these points of view of birth and death and the life in between that are bookended by birth and death, they're all timelessly free. They're all points of view just like any other point of view. There's never been any point of view to hang on to. If we try to hang on to any point of view, it's like spending our entire life in a cyclone or a tornado or a monsoon, just constantly being torn apart, moment after moment, torn apart by something that doesn't exist. It's just like, if we see a mirage of a hurricane that's blowing 200 miles an hour, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. But if we persist in believing that it's there, then we spend our whole lives just really in terror, bewilderment, and despair. There's this great emphasis today on terrorism and all of these things, all these appearances of awareness, but all we have to do is look in the mirror. We have to start there, When we look in the mirror, we see that we've been terrorizing ourselves with our own points of view, taking ourselves to be something that we never were. Then we can just let go, let go and just give ourselves a break. There's nothing that we need to do. There's absolutely nothing we need to do. We've never held on to anything. We've never taken ourselves to be anything. It's just the secondhand knowledge that has said, you are who you are, and we say, okay, I guess I am that. But there's no reason to persist in that. There's no reason to persist in that whatsoever. Just release it all right now into infinite space. Right now. Right now, it already is perfectly free. There's nothing to hold on to now or any other time. Don't even try to hold on to now. That's just another point of view. Trying to hold on to the moment, that's just another point of view. All points of view are equal. They're all timelessly free. There's no point of view called now or perfect moment or anything else. There's always awareness only as whatever its dynamic energy is. This, all awareness. Whether it seems to be inward or outward, this, all awareness. All awareness and nothing else. If you feel there is an outward and an inward of this, that inward and outward will completely dissolve the more you just rest. The more you allow the reality that is right here, this great reality that is right here in this room, this great reality that is right here where there's no thought about the past or the future or even right now. There's just a single blissful expanse of complete comfort and relief and ease. What you experience here, it is your own awareness. That's all you experience here, your own awareness. That's it. And that awareness is you wherever you are. It's not circumstance dependent. It's not dependent on being here. You are that. We are that everywhere. Everyone, everything, no one left out. Everything already is that. Nothing has ever not been that. No matter what its description, nothing has ever not been that. Allow that, just simply allow that. Don't put up any longer with taking yourself to be something you're not. No one can give you this and no one can take it away from you, and you don't need anyone to confirm it either. All these things, transmission, empowerment, this, that, and the other thing, it's already the case. They're all just more points of view. If we believe there's such a thing as transmission or empowerment into some kind of grand state, more points of view, more of the black hole. We already are who we are. We don't need anyone to give that to us. Awakened awareness is as it is. There's never been any fragmentation, split, or division of any kind. There's never been anyone to do something to someone else. We already are who we are, and when we keep the focus entirely on ourselves as self-knowing awareness, we realize that more and more. Sometimes we realize it like this, but for most people, it's more gradual. It just is whatever it is. Never compare yourself to anyone else. Especially don't compare yourself to gurus. Anything that is in your peer view of awareness, it is you. So if you perceive a guru who's wonderfully free, that is you. That is you. That is your awakened awareness. That's all that is. Anything that you experience with anyone, it is you, whether it's sublime or mundane. It is awakened awareness only. Just rest as that awareness and you'll know everything that is to be known. Everything that is to be known about everything, in particular, the whole realm of cause and effect, because you are beyond cause and effect, and that which is beyond cause and effect understands all. It understands all cause and effect. From cause and effect, beyond cause and effect can never be known. Just like from a valley, we don't know what it looks like from the top of a mountain, but from the top of the mountain, all is seen. All is seen. So from the top of the mountain, from the pinnacle awareness that is beyond causality, everything is understood. Everything is understood. All kinds of solutions to problems, personal, family, community, and worldwide appear. Solutions that have never been apparent because they're beyond causality. So, the message of the great freedom is that all beings all together, everything that ever was is already timelessly free. And we must support each other in realizing that this is so about ourselves. As a global human community, we must support each other in knowing that this is so about ourselves. We have to give up the search for a savior or a heroine who will fix us. We are the savior and heroine, all of us together. And we must realize this about ourselves and not hesitate to speak about it and share it with everyone we meet. Not put the clamp or censor on our speech of awakened awareness. Don't hold anything back. Be timelessly free as you already are, and just allow everything about your thinking, your speaking, and your actions to be this emanation of awakened awareness and nothing else.